everybody. We're a week. I'm overly exaggeratedly animated. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Fandom Flux podcast. We've been away for a week, and my nose is going more and more slow, and I'm becoming an old man. For some
Everything is
reason.
on fire and everything sucks.
Yeah, I heard that. How you doing, dude? Hi, I'm Casey, by the way. That was Zero. Zero, how you doing, dude?
The air outside has been unhealthy for like at least over a week. My
Yeah.
my my campus shut down all of last week and all of this week. When I drive outside, even just driving, I get headaches and I get a little bit dizzy just from the air.
Yeah. Are you guys doing
It's
the whole
bad.
wearing face masks thing?
I haven't been doing it. I probably should.
I kind of recommend it. It's just a general principle.
It has been real bad, and
Yeah.
my heart goes out to all the families who are end up homeless because of all these fires that have been happening recently.
Yeah, for those of you that are not American or living under a rock, California's been on fire for like the last few weeks.
Yeah, my family we got together a bunch of clothes and stuff, and we donated them to the victims of the fire,
Good man.
and I'm
Family.
hoping that helps a bit.
Yeah.
But it has been real bad. And I hope it gets better. I haven't been checking with the air quality recently because I haven't been wanting to go outside that much uh, for obvious reasons. But it has been a really kind of just don't go outside type of environment.
Yeah. Someone linked me to in another Discord. Someone linked to Google Maps, and it was just showing California, and it was just like a whole fucking neighborhood was just gone. I think that was
Entire
was it?
towns are just
Yeah,
disappearing.
yeah.
Um,
It's
right
real
now
bad.
the
So if you can give or donate or do anything, do.
Yes. Right now, the air quality is good, but the forecast for today was unhealthy. So it might get a little bit worse as we get later into the day because the mornings tend to be a bit better than the afternoons. But the entire area around my campus is just really bad. So yeah, that's a great message to start the podcast on. I'm sorry about that. I just wanted to comment on
I
that.
tell you
It,
what
it
it
is
is.
actually a good message to start. If you can do something, fucking do something.
Yeah,
Because
please.
there are people that are really in need right now.
Yeah. Thankfully, I haven't. I don't have any family that's, as far as I know, has been victim to any fires, and I have not been, directly affected by them. But the indirect effects are very far-reaching. Like when last week, I went to go do some. I'm sorry, I'm going straight into my week, but last week I went to go do some observations at these elementary schools that I observe and do field work
Yeah.
for my teaching credentials and stuff. And the kids just aren't allowed to play outside, and if they are going outside, they have to kind of cover their mouths with either their jackets or other things,
Yeah,
and they can't really close down the schools per se because some families do rely on the schools for food for their children. So, yeah. Thankfully, like Thanksgiving break is this week, so everybody is, for the most part, getting out and just staying home.
it's mostly contained at this point, so things should
Yeah.
get better soon.
Mm-hmm.
Ken, what the hell are you doing with the squeaking?
Huh? Oh, that's what my down button does on my keyboard.
Eh,
Is it really that loud?
yeah.
Yeah, it is. Surprisingly.
I thought it
But
was your chair, honestly, is what I thought.
aside from that,
Let me introduce Kenshi. He's here.
we should
Ken, you're
introduce
here.
Kenshi.
Hi, I don't have anything humorous to say to introduce myself after that.
Okay, Zero. You can go now.
Okay, I was just gonna kind of continue. I'm sorry, I was getting into getting kind of worked up into the talking mood.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
So I went and I got the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu.
God.
Okay.
I'm surprised.
As in.
The game is actually pretty fun. Oh, it's super easy though. That's one thing. But like Pokemon has not been that hard for a while.
Hmm.
I mean, even like I guess Sun and Moon had some difficulty to it, but one thing I really like about that game is in the menu you can just change your Pokemon's names. No freaking name rater or anything. You just do it whenever you want.
In fairness, that was a stupid system anyway, so getting rid of
It
just makes sense.
And also, guess what? You have access to basically your PC at all times from a menu.
That I'm less enthused about, but okay.
It is convenient. I don't know how they're going to limit it, if at all. Because I feel like in the Elite Four, for example, I'm gonna not be able to use it.
Yeah, that makes like in a practical sense, all that box limitations really did was force you to okay, that fight with the trainer was actually a little rougher than I thought, and a couple of my Pokemon are down. Backtracking all the way back to the previous town so that I can go and get them healed up. Like that's all that did. So giving you an incentive to just okay, I'll just swap this Pokemon out because it's fainted, and train up something else because why not? And then I can progress. That makes sense.
So there are no wild Pokemon battles anymore. Rather, you encounter the Pokemon and then you have to kind of catch them, like Pokemon Go style, catch them.
Okay, I'd avoid using phrases like anymore. This is very deliberately a separate thing. This is probably not going to be ongoing with the rest, but
this is very clearly a separate thing. Like, it is not going to be indicative of the future games, but there are no wild Pokemon battles in this, but there are catching games. And to be honest, I like the catching. I think that it's not the best, but I do like it, and I like that depending on how you catch them and how skillfully you're able to do it, you can get experience multipliers. And that is how you really are leveling up your Pokemon more than anything.
let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Can you catch the evolutions?
I have not gone that far in the game yet.
Okay.
Probably not, because Eevee is its own game, so I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, but you can't evolve him, so
You
need some way to get those other Pokemon. That's kind of
Wait, then what's the fucking point of having an Eevee?
exactly. That's what people are kind of pissed off about on that.
I think. Hold on. I remember there was like Eevee got tons of special different moves depending on the type.
I don't give a shit. Like Eevee,
I think
the
Eevee
entire
might
point
actually.
exists.
Eevee might actually. I'm not sure if Eevee can actually evolve. I haven't actually researched that.
I'm pretty sure they confirmed you cannot evolve the Pokemon you get as a starter.
That's bullshit. The entire appeal of Eevee is the freedom of choice. You have options with that motherfucker. Ugh.
I'm double checking.
It will still be possible to acquire Flareon, Jolteon, and Vaporeon and Raichu in the games through other means, but you cannot evolve them.
Okay, fair enough. Man, I'll never forget when I had Gold and I figured out how Eevee got into its Psychic and Dark evolutions, and it was going to evolve during the morning into an Espeon, and I was like, fuck that, and mashed that B button. I want that Espeon dog.
Oh, but okay, so Pikachu, from what I've been playing so far, I got a really broken move called Zippy Zap. It is so stupid. So here's what it does, okay? First of all, it's priority, so it will go first no matter what. And second of all, it's only 50 power, but at the same time, it is always a crit.
That's dumb.
I know. This game is not very hard at all. Like, seriously, it's ridiculous.
If there are moves like that, it basically makes buffing pointless because crits go through buffs.
Mm-hmm. There are moves. There are moves that there are moves in the game already that do have are way more likely to get a crit. I think there are some that are always a crit, but getting the priority and also getting it to be a crit is a bit much. But I understand because you don't evolve your Pikachu, they need at least something to make them relevant.
Yeah, there are some moves that are more likely to crit, and it's just a crit multiplier. So instead of 1 in 20, it's 1 in 10, unless you have other modifiers like an ability, yada 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 yada. And there are ones that just automatically crit, but they're designed to be very low power moves that are just, buff breakers, essentially.
Closer to 30 power, but this one's like 50 power, so...
Yeah, and priority. That's a fucking broken move.
It is. I don't know if it will actually be able to be carried over to other games, though. That's the thing. So, I don't know. That being said, the good points are, like, the fact that I can see Pokemon on the map means that you can just avoid random battles if you don't want to.
Boo.
Yeah, well, I like that because I want to get through Mount Moon without 1,000 Zubats. And
I don't care. It's part of the grind. Do it. Kill those Zubats. Or run from them. You usually can't run because they'll let you escape. So kill those Zubats.
Okay, let's be real. The only reason you ever had to fight any Zubats was because you were too stingy to buy fucking repels. That's why.
Because young me didn't even know you could buy repels.
What? I mean, I knew I could buy everything. I just chose not to. I had to save my money for Pokeballs. I didn't even buy potions till Elite Four.
Yeah.
But what it does actually also allow, though, is that you can, since you can physically see the Pokemon on the map, it makes going for a certain Pokemon in an area much easier. Because you can just go for the one that you want. Which, from what I've just been noticing, there's a lot of quality of life improvements and just overall convenience stuff added in this game. It's just... the game's really easy. And
there's a lot of convenience, but a lot of it is too convenient, is what it's sounding like.
I'm enjoying the game. Like, I am actually enjoying the game, but this is not for everyone. Like, especially if you're a longtime Pokemon fan, I would say you might not be interested in this, especially if you don't like the catching. It's the same type of thing with, Breath of the Wild. If you're not okay with degrading weapons, then it's not going to be fun for you. If you're not okay with the catching, which is only motion controls, which sucks. If you're not okay with the catching, you're not going to like this game, because the catching is the main emphasis of this game.
Now you've mentioned motion controls, I realized I need to finish Mario Odyssey.
That being said, it's not like a ton of motion controls, but at the same time, it can be very frustrating.
Hi, Patient. We're doing the podcast.
I suppose I should have double-checked, but I was under the impression that we wouldn't be doing it until Thursday.
That was last week because we couldn't do Tuesday.
And only Slicer said he wouldn't be able to do it until Thursday.
My apologies, then.
It's alright.
It's okay.
So I missed a reflux?
Yep.
We're in the middle of the podcast, so yeah. I
Sorry.
was just talking about Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu.
I saw a bit on YouTube for that, and honestly, that was what made me reconsider wanting to get the game or not. but still not completely certain of it.
It
I
is
mean-
fun if you are okay with the catching mechanic,
I didn't.
and also okay with it being really easy.
The experience.
I guess at this point, like, to kind of get you guys to understand, the difficulty for me right now is coming from not letting any of my Pokemon faint.
You're doing a Nuzlocke.
I'm not even doing a little Nuzlocke. It's just a little challenge to myself. And so far, I'm at the second gym, and none of my Pokemon have fainted.
Well, beware of that Starmie.
Why?
We shall see. I have a Pikachu. It has Zippy Zap, the most broken move ever. I'm gonna be fine.
No comment.
Yeah, not a single Pokemon of mine has fainted the entire game so far.
Good job.
Also, Pikachu learns Brick Break in this game. Well, not Brick Break. It is a double kick or whatever. Yeah, double kick. He learns freaking double kick.
That's stupid.
Now, I was about to say, I thought I wouldn't think it too strange that Pikachu could learn Brick Break. Double kick, though, yeah, I can't see that.
I think it was.
Yeah, like in the anime, they had Ash teaching him how to punch, so they had like a through line for that narratively.
It's like, how are you gonna beat Brock? Well, don't you understand? Pikachu can freaking just do it all. And also, I just realized I just accidentally closed the game without saving.
Oops.
Wait a second. Oh, never mind. I was looking at egg groups for a second, and I was thinking, when did they make Pikachu a fairy type? No.
No.
Yeah. A thought occurs. Ash knows how to throw a punch. We never saw his dad, so I have to
Does
assume
he?
his
'Cause
mum
he's-
knows how to throw a punch. That's pretty awesome.
God, I wish I could beat up Ash.
Most of that's cut out, Casey,
That's fine.
for me.
All I got out of that is that I really want to beat up Ash for being lame.
Yeah.
Right now, I have a Nidoking, so I'm happy, and that's all I really wanted to play Pokemon. Let's Go Pikachu 4 was because I liked Pokemon Yellow, and I want my Nidoking. Okay, that's important to me.
I mean, you can get Nidoking in pretty much
Every game.
Well,
I
that's
know what you're saying, but I disagree with you. This is my Nidoking.
as you say. I mean, I can understand what you mean.
I can't. Nidoking is lame.
Shut up. In Gen 1, Nidoking is broken.
If I may, strong Pokemon, weak
Oh
Pokemon
God.
is only the selfish perception of people. Truly skilled trainers should try to win with their favorites.
Well, Nidoking is one of my favorites.
Exactly.
I think
And you
Nidoking
know
is
why
lame.
he's one of my why he's one of my favorites?
Because he has a corn.
Because my first freaking Pokemon game I ever played was Pokemon Yellow, and I couldn't get past Brock with my stupid Pikachu. So my older sister at the time had, well, not at the time. At that time, my older sister had no. At that time, my older sister had told me about Nidoran and getting it to learn what was it?
Double kick.
Yeah, and so I did that. I went and I searched for one, and I raised it up, and I actually evolved it before even fighting Brock because I just grinded for that long.
Into
And then I
Nidoking.
just- Nidorino, yeah, and then I just annihilated it.
Just
And I was happy.
catch a Mankey, you jabroni.
I didn't even know you could catch a Mankey until
Yeah, it's just
months
outside of
later
Victory
on in
Road.
life.
It's right there.
I didn't know, and that would have helped a lot, but I didn't know.
It is pretty easy to miss that turn off if you're just trying to go forward.
So you missed that whole battle with Gary.
Yes.
I love that battle with Gary where he obviously also went the wrong way, but is fronting like, "Yeah, dumbass, why'd you come this way?"
It's like my second favorite battle of them.
It's fucking great.
Like, I have there's a rival in this game who I decided to name Jerry because nobody likes Jerry, and also it rhymes with Gary.
You didn't name him Ass or something?
Nah, I've had my fun with that in the past.
You should have named him Chris. Everybody hates Chris.
And
Yeah,
so
okay.
actual red and blue do appear in the game. Like they are actual characters that appear. So the quote unquote Gary or Blue or other appears. And because this is based off of Yellow, Team Rocket appears as well.
That is the Team Rocket trio.
Yeah, Jesse James and Meowth. But Meowth doesn't talk, so it's lame.
I have to wonder, does anyone in Western territories actually call him Blue at this point? Like, some people might because that's his official name, but no one really wants to. He's Gary to
I
everyone.
want to call him Gary, but if I call him Gary, everybody gets mad.
I prefer Blue myself, just because, well, he's a lot more formidable in the games.
But yeah, my Pikachu knows double kick, and I don't know how to feel about it. But at the same time, I dressed up my Pikachu to look like exactly like me, so I feel proud of it.
When I think of a Pikachu using double kick, all I can think of is someone holding it in the air and just trying to kick its legs to just escape. That's all I can think of.
I just like the image of a Pikachu running up and drop kicking an Onix.
That is an amazing image.
It's just like, what are you gonna do about that?
I'm gonna stand there and not take it because it weighs like 6 pounds.
Yeah. I mean,
Don't you understand? This Pikachu is filled with friendship.
I watched a wrestling clip not long ago, which was just a dude ridiculously overselling like a Superman kick or something, to the point where he bounces off of the mat and backflips. And yeah, that's just what I think of when I think of Pikachu double kicking Onix, is just this little 6-pound rat jumping up to an Onix's face, kicking it, and the Onix just goes ooh backwards. That's all I can think of.
So it's my understanding, from what I've been playing so far, that and from what I've heard Fred in all the interviews, so like this is a very this is like a simplification of the Pokemon formula in general. Everything is much more simple, everything's much more approachable, and this is intended for younger audiences, so to speak. And they said specifically they were developing this and the next generation game alongside each other. So this is obviously not going to be the way the games are going to be going forever from now on. This is literally a spin-off.
Well, here's the thing.
But it's fun.
It could be that they just do that in perpetuity. They have the Let's Go games, they're the nice, fairly easy ones for the younger audience, and then they have the regular games that are not necessarily not for the younger audience, but are a bit more complicated and involved in terms of mechanics. That will also be good for like a family audience.
And they said, if Let's Go sells well, that's what they want to do. So
that sounds like a good idea to me, to be honest.
Yeah.
And if it's easy, then I mean, there's still nostalgic value, and I like some of the things that they've done with the game. It's good to see the classics, the original one, the original Pokemon, just being able to experience that with all of the immersion that modern graphics allow.
Mm-hmm. I am just currently going through all the nostalgia and being like, this is a nice, approachable way. It's not going to be like the next core Pokemon game or anything like that. So don't come in with that expectation if you want to play this.
Yeah.
I would say for most people who are fans of the series, maybe pick this up when it's on sale or used or something.
I'll tell you what my nostalgia is, though. Seeing Moltres in Victory Road again.
That's nice.
I'm not as expectant of sale or use being a fiscally viable option as you are, Zero. That's not a thing that Nintendo games tend to go through, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, they've been doing more sales on the eShop, so I don't know if they'll ever put it up on sale, but you could probably get it used, maybe, for cheaper.
Yeah, Nintendo still has a weird thing, though, where even used game stores will just have the price be almost a full-price game. It's very strange. Like, I can remember trying to find copies of, Gold and Silver? The updated Gold and Silver used, and it was the same price as new. There were no new copies, but they were used copies at the same price as new.
Well, when was this?
God. It was years ago, at least. It was probably a couple of years after it came out, but, you know.
Okay. Well, I mean, I was about to say, if it was in this day and age, then I expect them to be expensive because they're pretty hard to come by. But back then, I don't know. Maybe it's just that high quality a game. And in fairness, not very many games on Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance came close.
Not Color and the updated re-release, the Heart Gold and Soul Silver, the ones on DS.
Yeah, the Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I swear I've seen them for cheaper though, so I don't know.
I do agree they're quality games though. Fucking Voltorb Flip, that was my life. For like 3 days. I downloaded a PC client of Voltorb Flip. I was that into it.
Really, Casey?
Yeah.
Also, I went into the bicycle shop. You know, the typical bicycle shop in Cerulean City. And it's like, yeah, no, these bikes aren't for sale. But I looked at all the bikes and he told me about all the bikes. I was like, oh, these are all the bikes I've used throughout the series. And and the guy said, wow, nobody listens to me talk about bikes. And he gave me 5 heart scales. And that was a nice interaction.
Huh.
What do heart scales do in that game?
I presume the same thing with move tutors, but I haven't encountered a move rememberer or tutor or whatever.
It's just that, I mean, they weren't introduced until Generation 3, unless you count that Pokemon Stadium 2 had that hidden option of letting you relearn a Pokemon move.
It's a weird kind of mishmash of Gen 1 and like future generation stuff. Because, well, like, Pokemon have natures, and, you know, the attack set is, of course, still split between attack and special attack, and same with the defense stat. But there's no abilities.
I think that's all the stuff that it had when they did the re-release of Gen 1, when they did Fire Red and Leaf Green. They had the natures, they didn't have abilities yet.
No. They definitely had abilities.
Yeah, they had abilities in Fire Red and Leaf Green, but there are no abilities in this, so I guess that's to make it more like the original, but I don't know what they're doing in terms of balancing this game.
But they have Mega Evolutions, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Well, they really want people to like Mega Evolution, so...
I mean, I do like it. I really do like it.
I like Mega Evolutions because it makes certain Pokemon viable again.
Yes.
That being said, there are no new ones in this, and but like as a very casual kind of just walk through memory lane, it's fine.
I'm still waiting for the Love Disc Mega Evolution. That's the one I'm waiting for.
They should have made Love Disc evolve into a low Momo. However you pronounce that. That would have made it. That would have solved all the problems with Love Disc.
I don't know. There are
But
plenty of problems with Love Disc, but
there are plenty. Yes. I am currently also I bought on the Switch Rogue Legacy.
yeah, that's a good game.
This is the first. It's the first time I've ever played Rogue Legacy. I never actually played it on any other console or anything, or on PC or whatever. I enjoy it. It is a really good game. I want to go play it right now, actually, but also I want to play Pokemon. Can't I just play Pokemon Rogue Legacy?
Oh, that'd be interesting. All the monsters are Pokemon. Like, I can't even.
Would that be?
Sorry?
What was that?
I said, would that be Pokemon Conquest? They released a Pokemon crossover with a game I want to say like that a bit ago.
Conquest
Not
is
like
not a roguelike.
Conquest is a strategy game, like Disgaea kind of strategy game. Also, Patient, if you could do me a favor and turn off Discord sounds because those are really fucking loud.
Yeah, for some reason, whenever you're on mute, we can hear
My
it too.
apologies.
It's alright. Yeah, that was an entirely different game. Rogue Legacy is more a Metroidvania kind of thing. So,
I've been enjoying it.
yeah, I mean, a Pokemon crossover with that would also mean murdering a lot of Pokemon, so probably not.
Just you're playing as a Pokemon, and each generation you can freaking just do the Pokemon breeding thing.
Ew.
There you go. It's like, oh, what will hatch from this Pokemon egg? Oh, here we go. You passed on this move or this
Oh,
ability.
this Pokemon has hypergonadism. Okay.
You passed on Hyper Beam to this like baby Togepi. Congratulations.
This Pokemon has short-sightedness. This one can see through the code, and he is Neo,
Yeah.
which is literally a thing in the game, which is kind of cool.
I know, I saw it. I got it. It was great. Yeah. I'm almost actually I'm like level 99 right now in Rogue Legacy. And I have to go into the dark, scary place.
The dungeon, the
Yeah,
lower levels.
I gotta go down.
Yeah,
I went to
level
the forest. I went to
99
the-
isn't that bad for finishing the game, so.
I'll probably just grind more for levels, though. That's the point.
Yeah, like, there is a New Game Plus thing. When you finish the game, it increases the levels of the enemies, but also adds 50% to all of your gold received. So, and it does
I
that
already
for every
have
time
it.
you finish the game. So it really.
I already have it fully upgraded so that I only give 50% of my gold to Charon. And I'm working on trying to upgrade the amount of gold I get in general.
Yeah.
But I've been having a lot of fun with that. Freaking Lich King is so fun to play.
Yeah, that one's a weird one.
Because you get your kills, then it increases your HP. But then you can also move the HP into your MP. It just goes and goes and goes and goes.
Oh,
Throw on a little bit of Siphon, and you're actually healing every time a lot.
yeah. One thing I should mention: have you bought all of the upgrades like at least once?
Yes.
There is one right at the top, to the right, above the topmost upgrade. There is another class that you can get that is off of the screen.
Oh.
Yep.
How much is? I gotta see. I'm curious now.
Yeah.
That
So
has me very, very curious. But yeah, I've been having fun with those games. The air outside is Poison.
Yep.
And what else has been happening? I had to go get a tuberculosis testing thing before I can volunteer at this school. And it turns out I don't have tuberculosis, so that's good.
that sucks. My stepdad does.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that, Casey.
Yeah, he's having a bad time. Do you guys not get vaccinated from it?
I think we do.
Yeah, I think we do. I think everyone does when they're small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a shitty experience. They always sucked at it and fucked it up. Like, I'm not even joking. Every kid my
giving
age had a
shots.
fucking scar. It was not great.
Well, this week is Thanksgiving, and I got all my families coming around. Well, not all, but my uncle, my cousin, my brother's coming back from college. And okay, so my dad bought a Thanksgiving turkey, or a second turkey. He bought a second turkey from KFC.
Okay.
So he's having the turkey that he makes, and then we're also getting the KFC Cajun turkey.
Of course you are.
This is the first time we'll have ever gotten this.
So you're testing it.
Yes.
Testing it for the company. Man.
I've also eaten some of the turkey before when we were learning how to make it at my store. It's pretty good. But yeah, I am very much looking forward to having all the family over here.
Are KFC also providing your Thanksgiving fixings like the potatoes and green beans and whatnot?
No, we're doing that on our own.
With the KFC recipe, right? Because you got it. Because like
No.
third one to inherit the company.
You can buy all the fixings from KFC. If
I
you
know
want,
that.
but we're not going to.
That's why I said it.
Skin the turkey. That's all. Don't worry about it. That's like how it is.
It sounds like I'm sad because you're talking about turkey from KFC, and that sounds ridiculous, which it does. The truth is, I'm sad because you're talking about eating really good turkey dinners, and I don't get one of those until next month.
You gotta do Thanksgiving early.
You know what? If you came to America and decided that America's where you want to be, then you can have Thanksgiving dinner too and have an excuse to get a turkey a month earlier.
What about America right now makes you think it's where I want to be?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Please
What is a
welcome
turkey?
to America. We're on fire.
What
One
is
of
an
your
extra-
states is on fire, like most of it. Yeah, that
Listen,
image
that's
that
better than
Xerox is
most.
supposed to...
Listen, that's better than most other months. Because some other months there's like 3 states on fire at once. This is like a down month as far as states on fire go.
Why is there an unknown over Florida?
Because no one knows what's happening in Florida. It's Florida.
Florida is local Florida man does blank.
That's not Florida. Do you not know basic geography, gentlemen?
We're talking about the eye that is staring at Florida.
Technically, it's staring at like South Carolina, but Florida's like right there.
I get that it's supposed to be an eye of the hurricane, but still.
I didn't, but thank you for pointing it out. I didn't understand.
Hey, Virginia's air is not made of hot soup.
For those curious, we're talking about this image that a patient just sent us, which we should probably, I don't know, link or something.
Mystery belt, that seems accurate. Although it's mostly just desert.
Bears
That's
only. I like that island. It knows what's up.
It's not an island, that's Alaska.
Oh,
Yeah, that's Alaska.
I feel like that's in the wrong place.
And Hawaii is Murder Mountains, which is accurate for what they've been over the last few months.
They're there because we can't show all of Canada too, because that's where Alaska's technically connected to.
Well, half of Canada is nothing. So.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's it for my week.
Okay. Patient, how you doing?
A bit sore from a workout, but well, what can you do? Past couple of weeks for me, increasing for me to find a job.
Patient, you're having some cutting in and out of issues.
I don't know what the problem is. My connection doesn't seem to be stable. I mean, from my perspective,
It seems better now, but keep going. Oh, you still got
it. Fair enough. Now, where was I? Work. Right. I get my bonus, my Christmas bonus, in, what is it? 2 weeks and 2 days. So, looking forward to that very much. Then after I get my paycheck after that, no guarantees that I'll be staying, because I can't take a week of paid vacation again until February. And they're implementing a new company policy that has me less than desirous to stay in the company than I have to. So, aside from that particularly uplifting topic, in the vein of games, I recently got the Spyro Reignited trilogy. I've beaten the first game, Spyro the Dragon, 120%. And not
Platinum?
long after I did...
Platinum?
Yep.
Yeah. Platinum Bros.
And not long after I did that, I watched Jacksepticeye. He's playing through the trilogy. And I learned for the first time about the point to treasure control.
The what now?
Oh, yeah. If you click the left stick, then sparks will point in the direction of the nearest place where there are gems.
May I add, I've beaten Spyro the Dragon, the original, 3 times at least, 120% every time, without knowing about that.
I don't know if that was in the original or like in the original. I don't know whether they even had a clicking the left stick, if that was a thing.
Oh, it was definitely maybe.
I mean, not for the first one. Like, DualShock didn't come out until a little while in PlayStation's lifespan.
Well, that's some consolation to me, at least. Still would have saved me a bit of time.
It's a nice feature to have when you're looking for a green gem that's sitting on some green grass that you literally can't see.
Yeah.
That's happened more than once.
Thus far on Ripto's Rage, I've beaten Summer Forest, the first area, and gotten 2 or 3 areas done for Autumn Plus. I have the original Ripto's Rage, but I've never beaten it. I got to the final world. I think I got all the collectibles and only had the final boss left, and I never got around to beating it. And then Spyro 3 is a complete blank for me. So I'm going to be looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Similar. Platinum the first one, Platinum the second one, like yesterday I think it was. And did all skill points, which was a pain in the ass, by the way. The last one for beating the final boss without getting hit was... Yeah, I was close to throwing a controller. But, yeah, the third game I had almost no memory of. Like, I didn't even remember what the plot was. It was just skateboarding, penguin, military, and secret agent monkey, and that was all I had. That's all I could remember.
Well, that's 3 more things than I knew about it. I knew nothing about it. The name... Not even the name, honestly.
Yeah, I didn't remember the name either.
Well, that should be fun.
It was only ever Spyro 3 in my mind.
Yep. So aside from that, I also bought another Pokemon Platinum that had been loaded up with all of the event-exclusive Pokemon in hopes that I could transfer the data to the Platinum version that I already have. And I can't. I don't have undercard data. So now I'm left with this copy of Pokemon Platinum that has is done already, and it honestly feels empty to me. Like, the game is already done. What more is there to do? I mean, you're still at the start of the journey, but what's the point of going on? Nothing new to experience.
This is getting really
That's a
philosophical
very
really quickly.
dystopian view of the Pokemon world right there.
It's getting very philosophical really quickly. And I don't know where this is going.
It was going with me saying, I don't see what would appeal to someone about having a game that's already got everything you could ever hope to find. So, that's just my thought. I find satisfaction looking at a game complete and knowing that I managed to bring it there. But seeing the way it is, just already all done.
Yeah.
That said, I do plan to take advantage of the thing that came from the game. The event Celebi and legendary beasts that came from the Zoroark movie that are necessary to unlock the Zorua and Zoroarks in Pokemon Black and White. I fully intend to take advantage of those. Plus the event Regigigas that lets you get in Peak Ruins and all of those places in Platinum. The whole reason I got it, I wanted to just have the option available to explore everywhere there was in the Sinnoh region. Just to have the opportunity to go to New Moon Island and Flower Paradise. Just having the option there. It's not even so much about the legendary Pokemon. Knowing there's something in the game that I literally can't reach otherwise. It just bugs me. But alas, there's not much I can do without using an action replay. And I don't want to do that. So I'll take what I've got, at least. Alright, aside from that, this bite is slow going. We've been struggling a bit with having all of us collectively together and able to write. Inspiration has been slow going, and real life has been very cooperative. All of us have obligations that keep us away from doing what we'd like to do. I might have a recommendation to make later. It's another one of Duncan's fix. He's been coming out with a lot of them lately. So, let me see. Fan fiction. Any interesting new developments in life in general? Aside from my increased practice in weightlifting and cardio, not really guess. Oh yeah, I got pulled over by a policeman earlier.
Or?
One of my tail lights was out. Just friendly, letting me know that my tail light was out. He took my word that my insurance was good, which it was. Then he scanned my driver's license and let me go. I went to the nearest place where I could get a noob and have it replaced, and did so. So, a bit nerve-wracking, but I'm just glad the police stopped me was a particularly benevolent sort. Just a nice fellow. Oh, yes, and I just remembered. They've released... Get the link here.
Sorry.
Did I
Yep.
test? Am I coming through?
Yep.
Okay. All right. A couple of things actually come out I'd like to share. First, Nintendo has released another video detailing Super Smash Bros. This is just an overview trailer, and it's narrated by the announcer, and he's just having a lot of fun doing it. I just enjoyed watching that trailer.
Zero has muted himself, but I'm sure he will be this is Smash and stuff.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. I was doing something else. What, Smash?
Yep. It's an overview trailer that Nintendo released an hour or so ago.
Oh, okay. They just released one?
Yep. Narrated by the announcer.
Oh, Xander Mobius? Or Xander Mobius? They got him back?
I don't know. Is
Oh.
that who the announcer is?
Wait, seriously?
Yes, that's who it is, Xander Mobius. He's the guy who narrated for Smash 4.
Oh, was it only Smash 4? I thought it was like an ongoing thing. No.
No, he narrated Smash 4, and then he's working on Smash Ultimate.
Yeah. And he was also the voice of Joker. Persona.
Yeah, he's a good voice actor.
And he voiced Jimmy Firecracker from Team 4 Star. So that was also pretty cool.
Once again, he just has a lot of fun in this.
I gotta say, I just really want to see the intro, and I hear him shout Super Smash Brothers at the end of it, and then they'll just be happy.
Well then, watch.
But I'll watch that.
Alright, and the other thing that I wanted to bring up, I think I've mentioned several months back, of a manga series that the Crossbrain found called The Promised Neverland.
Rings a bell.
It has been granted an anime adaptation.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything about this, but cool.
As a recap, we started off with Now, you know what? I'll just let you look into it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, that's those out of the way. Recommendation waiting, and...
Okay, we're at 52 minutes. Could we maybe move on, please?
Alright, sorry.
Kenji, are you with us?
Yeah. Sorry, I was playing Spider-Man.
Is the new DLC out?
Yes.
Second one?
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
Oh, god damn it. Alright. I don't need more new things to play. Oh my
god. The first one.
Yeah,
oh god, I'm waiting on Dark Side as I haven't finished Spyro. Fucking Just Cause is coming out.
Tis the season, player.
I can't play any of them though.
I'm just like, once I'm done with school, I'm gonna have plenty of time to play.
Yeah. So
10 more days.
As I was mentioning, I was playing Spider-Man. I got through the first Black Cat DLC, which was the heist, the other day.
Ends on a cliffhanger. I talked about it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, 100% of that shit.
Yeah.
Because it was very easy.
Yeah.
And now I'm doing the next part, which is Gang Wars, where you actually get to fight Hammerhead at some point, I assume. I don't know. I just finished downloading it.
Probably. I mean, it's...
his big old ugly mug is
but they've set up where you're going to fight the Magia now, so yes.
Yeah. I assume it's going to be harder because they're going to have, Sable weapons now. So, we'll see. But yeah. I need a New Game Plus Spider-Man as well. I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, they added like a new difficulty and stuff, right?
Yeah, it's pretty great.
I mean,
means I don't have to go back through everything
His
and to
top
get all my
difficulty was
suits
already
again.
pretty rough, but okay.
I mean, it just basically, I don't mind that. It's basically just means I can focus on the story and I don't have to go back through to get all my suits and powers and shit again.
Hmm.
So I'm good with that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's see what else. Oh yeah, I'm in the process of downloading Battlefield. That was the thing I was always going to get.
Hmm.
I have nothing to say about that because I haven't played it yet, so that'll be something for next week.
Oh, you didn't get the super special ultimate bonus extra super great premium edition where you can play it 3 days early?
Fuck no.
Yeah, good man. Don't reward that shit.
Yeah, I have enough stupid things to spend my money on. Thank you. Let's see what else. I did the wrestling thingies over the last 2 weekends.
Woo.
There is no video from the last one because stuff got messed up, so they weren't able to stream. So there is no video of that. That show went pretty well. I liked my match, except for the ending, and it was my fault. I went to lift someone for a move they were supposed to get out of, only I moved my hands too early to a particular part of the move, and he slipped and I had to drop him. Very pissed me off. As a matter of fact, I'm still mad about it. And it's been 2 weeks. Yeah. So I'm kind of glad that one's not up there. It was a very good match up to the point. Let's see. This Saturday, I had another show, and it wasn't a one-on-one match like the last week. It was a big old clusterfuck of a match where 16 people were involved. And it was very weird because like everyone in the back was trying to figure out how to do this, and they were trying to plan things out.
Was it like a Rumble kind of situation, or?
No, it's very hard to explain. It was like a tag team match, and team members were eliminated every time they were beaten. You could only tag in a particular order. So there was no telling who you get in the ring at any time.
So it was like a relay tag match kind of thing.
Yeah, that's the best explanation for what I can give.
Okay.
People were planning things out like, okay, if I'm in the ring with you, and people were like, if I'm in the ring with you, I'm gonna do this and that and whatever. And in my head, I didn't say anything the entire time we were looking at the match because I was like, none of these things you're planning are gonna happen.
Yeah.
And they didn't. So it was my turn to get in there. I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna do 1 or 2 things, kick the shit out of this guy, and then get out of there. And that's how it worked. And I'm pretty sure my part was the smoothest because I understood the format of the match.
Yeah.
I don't know how much shop I can talk here because I don't know if I'll understand it or not.
Well,
But
at least you're having fun.
yeah, like the formula for the match is basically like some guys come in, do their thing, get cut off, have the other guy beat them up for a while, switch out. And then it's supposed to be a constant flow, but it seemed like people kept overlooking that. There wasn't supposed to be any downtime in the match, which there wasn't, but people were just overthinking it too much. But it was still fun. It was like a sprint. The match was a sprint. And I think that one exists, so I might put that in Kenji gets his ass kicked, even though I'm only in there for like 6 minutes. Let's see what else we got. Nothing else much really. I've just been working a whole lot. It's the season where everyone's taking time off for their holidays, so. But fortunately, after tomorrow, I get the next 4 days off.
Sweet.
I don't have to work. I don't have to work Thanksgiving or Black Friday, and I don't have to wrestle this weekend, so I'm just going to sleep for 4 days and play Battlefield and Spider-Man, and it's going to be fun on a bun.
Yeah.
Finally get to relax. I may even have time to finish the Mega Man X playthrough, so I can finally start putting that up.
Nice. I'm going to be, since I have downtime this week, I'm probably going to be editing the rest of that Deltarune LP as well, putting that up.
All right, so those things will probably be coming in the near future, audience. And I think that's it, guys. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So my week consisted of everything that wasn't writing with Spyro, so that's not really a thing I can talk about much anymore because we already kind of covered it pretty cleanly. Finished 2 of the games. One of them I took in a day off, and the other one I just like a couple of hours in the morning, and then okay, time to stare at that word processor for the rest of the day, and that's pretty much how my days have gone. NaNoWriMo is technically going well, though I wish it was going better. I'm at 33,000 words, bit over 33 and a half, I think. So I am 2/3 done on the 20th, which means 2/3 of the days have gone, and I'm 2/3 done, so I'm technically on target. That being said, today I need to clean my flat because tomorrow there is some dude coming around to photograph my flat so that they can value it or something for the landlord, which is kind of a pain in the ass, but that happened and I okayed it even though I probably didn't have to, which was probably a mistake, but hindsight's 20/20 even for me. It's a blindness joke. The writing is going interestingly. Like, it's gotten to the point where I'm stuck on most things and need time to figure out where I want to take things, but I don't have the time to figure out where I want to take things. So I just need to just shit out some stuff, kind of thing, is what's going on right now. So we'll see how that goes. At the very least, my Patreon requirements are very much covered at this point. Thank you for that, Kenshi. Appreciate it.
I'm sorry, I thought I muted.
Yeah, so I'm very much covered for what I actually have to release, but it's getting dicey whether I'm actually going to do the NaNoWriMo thing and actually finish it, which would suck after all this work. So I'm going to do my best. Everybody, I said I'm going to do my best.
I was going to say something that wasn't encouraging, but you need encouragement right now, so I'm going to not do that.
Thank you. Also, that was a quote from My Hero Academia, but it's okay. I got it. That's the important. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure one of the things I wrote was absolute garbage and will need to go through a couple of rewrites. And I started a fic that is pretty much nothing happens in it so far. So that's a special thing. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but we'll see. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Mine's pretty quick. I've not got much to talk about because I can't do anything but write, and that's... It's great. So great.
Doesn't sound great.
Like, I can't wait to go back to... Well, I'm not even going back. I have up my regular posting to 5,000 words instead of 2,500 a week, which I can't wait to go down to that. So I guess that's the best way to have done that, is to raise my limit when I'm raising it way above that limit the month before. So that's probably fine. Like, going to 5,000 words a week is going to seem like a breeze after this month. So it's the way to do it.
You say so.
Compared to this, where I have almost no downtime, yeah, I do say so. Like, that's still less than half of what I'm doing this month. I already met that quota by like day 10 of this month. So, yeah, that's pretty much my week, though. 2 weeks, I guess, technically. Yeah. So, recommendations? I have nothing, because aforementioned, no downtime. Patient had one?
Dragon Ball Redux by Duncan Idaho 20. When Goku bumped his head as a baby, someone else woke up. Someone that knows the scope of the battles to come and what he'd do to face them. SIOC as Goku, rated M. So to be a little more detailed, this is a latent and unapologetic wish fulfillment story. The new Goku, like mad, to be able to take on the trials that and as a result, he manages to make it through them effortlessly. And after talking to Bulma, the witch they decide Shenron is for all of the information in the universe laptop. With the endless resources of this archive, Goku continues training to transcend all. Oh yeah, and it's a harem fic too.
Did he wish for all of the information in the universe to be on a laptop?
Yes, I did.
I'm pretty sure that's not a wish that Shenron can actually fulfill, because he has he has some squiffy things with technology, but it's wish fulfillment. Let's not study it.
It's also kind of outside the scope of his abilities, because Kami doesn't know everything in the universe.
Like, all information on Earth, probably. Universe, not so much.
No, that's way too far and too reaching. Like, I would just say that it doesn't even make sense in lore.
Yeah, but as Patience said, this is pretty clearly wish fulfillment, which, I mean, it's Duncan Idaho, and I liked at least one of his stories that I read, so I'll probably actually check this out as soon as Patient links it, which he has yet to do. Mm-hmm. That's fine.
Right. Yeah. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Phone.
Please just silence your phone.
Yeah. So, yeah, that actually sounds kind of cool. At least from that author, fics like that can be a little hit or miss, let's say, or miss.
And I honestly like most of it. I'm a little iffy on, obviously, the lemons, but that's just me.
All right. Anyone else with a recommendation? Ken Zero?
You know I don't.
I thought I'd ask and be polite.
I appreciate that.
I would have a recommendation if the air wasn't poison.
Poison running through my veins. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm blaming the poisonous air on why I didn't stay inside and look up fanfiction.
I should have gone with Belle Biv DeVoe, not Alice in Chains. That's my mistake.
Yeah, you should have.
Yeah, I don't actually know that song well enough, though.
That's unfortunate.
It's a really good song. Anyway. So I guess we're doing the outro. So thanks, everybody, for listening to the podcast, whichever episode this was, because no one knows, because that's a ridiculous thing to know. Who would ever possibly know what number the episode this would be for this episode of the podcast that I'm vamping for someone to find?
I'm not going to look for it.
2482, Casey.
Right. Fandom Flux Podcast episode 2482. That's probably right. That sounds right.
What did you say?
He said 242.
I thought you said 2482.
He did.
That's what it sounded like. It sounded like 2482. So, okay, I'll go with that. Yeah. If you want to donate on Patreon, we'd appreciate it. Stuff's expensive. And we have a public Discord. You don't have to be a patron for it. Just fucking show up and Mal will give you some porn, probably. Is how he rolls. Also, YouTube channel in the comments, I usually get emails from that, and like and subscribe and all that shit. Once again, thanks everybody. These outros just become a shit show, haven't they?
Come on, dude.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Mercifully.
We promise that we'll be more cohesive next week.
No, we won't.
Nope. Yeah, don't make that promise from me.
Yeah.